The country of fantastic football, crazy carnivals, and good food, Brazil is considered to be one of the most beautiful countries. However, everything has a bad side. Although from the past couple of decades, murder rates have been declining significantly in Brazil, but proportional to that, killing of women and domestic violence is on high rise. However, there were some strong women that got out of this death trap, but Tatiane Spitzner didn't. A successful lawyer, Tatiane lived in Garapuava, located mid-south of Paraná state in Brazil, where Luis, age 32, taught biology at the university. The two met in early 2013, and fast forward to December 3rd same year, the two got married and exchanged rings. Before we proceed, let me tell you that we don't make a decade-long videos simply to earn some extra bucks, since we know how precious your time is, so please subscribe. It may seem that everything was fine between these two, since they looked good and had promising careers ahead of them. However, things aren't always what they appear. Tatiane's closest friends often noticed bruises on her arms when she first moved in with her husband, and when these friends questioned the bruising, Tatiane would just brush them off as accidents. It was Louis Philip's birthday when tragedy struck. The day was supposed to be filled with positive energy, but the two got into a fight when Tatiane was a few minutes late coming home, and Louis was waiting for her all dressed up because they were about to meet some friends at a local restaurant. As she arrived, he started the argument saying that she was late, and they had to be there already. Publicly, Louis was regarded as a well-educated and cultured man. No one in Garapuava knew much about his past life. It's only known that he had a brother. His father died a couple of years before 2018, and his mother was battling cancer. Marcelo Virtuoso, owner of the gym where Louis used to train, says he was really passionate about physical growth and went to the gym regularly. Virtuoso also mentioned that the police even found a large stash of anabolic steroids in the couple's apartment. It seemed the waters cooled when the couple arrived at the restaurant where Tatiane's friends were waiting for them, wishing Louis Philip a happy birthday. But that did not last for long. When the couple finished their evening together, they can be seen driving back to the apartment. On CCTV, the footage shows the car stopping abruptly on the street. If you look closely, you can see the footage of Louis striking Tatiane with some force. The argument apparently broke out after Tatiane became angry, as she had found images of other women on Louis's phone. The next piece of footage we can see is the couple driving up to the parking lot of the apartment complex, where Louis drags her from the car and pushes her. These are some final moments of Tatiane's life. The video shows Tatiane desperately trying to escape Louis. But he finally caught up to her at the apartment and threw her from the balcony. One of the most shocking aspects of the video is that between the time in the elevator and the time when Tatiane is shown falling from the balcony is the 15 minutes that they were inside the apartment that weren't captured on CCTV, and lots of neighbors confirmed that they heard desperate screams for help, despite that not a single person attempted to physically help her or stop the Louis. However, finally cops arrived and found blood on the sidewalk of the building, but they saw no sign of the body. Louis had actually gone down and dragged her body back into the elevator and brought her back into the apartment, and as you can see in the footage, he realized that he is in serious trouble. He can also be seen cleaning blood from the elevator. Witnesses in the streets claim that they saw Louis run over to Tatiane's lifeless body and shout "My love, wake up" repeatedly. Soon Louis ran away from the complex, but cops found him 185 miles from the city and arrested him on suspicions. He told the investigators that he was not guilty, claiming that Tatiane had jumped from the building on her own. The investigators then asked him why he was fleeing if he was innocent. He then told them the most obvious lie, that he ran because he was so disturbed by seeing his wife jump from the balcony. He also claimed that he didn't remember what happened. When asked about the beatings that were caught on the CCTV cameras, he said that when they got into the flat, they argued some more. And then she got onto the balcony and threatened to jump. And then she actually followed through with a threat. But the post-mortem showed injuries consistent with strangulation. They'd managed to conclude that Tatiane was already dead when she was thrown from the balcony. She showed injuries that she would have received in those 15 minutes inside the apartment before being thrown. Medical reports show that she had broken bones in her neck. Lewis desperately tried to claim that he and Tatiane were in a loving, happy relationship, but one of her friends disclosed a conversation that she had with Tatiane in a text message. And in this text message, Tatiane tells her friend that she is scared of her husband. Because of these text messages, the suspicion of police on Lewis became more strong. So far, the trial has been postponed 3 times due to the pandemic. Lewis is still protesting his innocence, and there are some witnesses that did actually say that Tatiane had one leg over the balcony. Threatening to jump, another person claimed to have heard her scream as she fell, which would mean she wasn't dead when she fell. But the lawyer prosecuting Lewis said he was confident of the conviction, and he thinks Lewis could be sentenced to more than 30 years in prison. Brazil has the 7th highest rate of femicide in the world, which is more than double that of the United States. And sadly, even when women report violence in Brazil, the police often lack the resources and training to adequately deal with the situation. Tatiane's case is unfortunately one of just many.